It's February 2020. People are standing closer than 6 feet apart. Peter was the Bachelor and he managed to both scar himself and us viewers. And the Bachelor franchise dared to ask one question.
Why do we as a society hate old people so much?
Because they're lame.
As you might remember that around then, the Bachelor people posted this, a casting call for seniors looking for love. That's right, we were about to get a Bachelor spin-off show for 60-plus outgoing single men and women in their golden years. And a seniors edition of the show hit just the right spot at that time, as the show was getting a lot of criticism for continuing to cast younger and younger contestants and dishing out seasons that were more dramatic and less romantic, especially when it came to their flagship show, The Bachelor, as opposed to The Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise. So an edition of the show with people who weren't trying to gain Instagram stardom?
I'm Mariana. I'm here to talk about Instagram. It looks like this.
None of us are into social media.
Just leave me out.
Is Richard Simmons on there?
Or just an edition of the show with people who were actually trying to find love and companionship had people stoked. But then, 2020 happened. And any trace of the Bachelor Seniors Edition disappeared, along with the other Bachelor spin-off shows planned for that year like Bachelor in Paradise and Bachelor Summer Games, a copycat of Bachelor Winter Games planned to air alongside the Summer Olympics, but was delayed along with the Tokyo Games. Now, however, we're back on track. Bachelor Season 25 returned, Bachelorette Season 17 is currently filming, Bachelor in Paradise is releasing August 16th. We've got Bachelor in Paradise Canada coming with Kevin Wendt as the Paradise bartender. And Bachelorette Season 18 is on its way as a bonus season at the end of the year. But amidst all of the content on its way, something inside of me called back to that initial casting call and thought, what about the Bachelor Seniors Edition? With all the regular Bachelor programming starting to come back, whatever happened to the plans for that show? Is it still in the works? And if it is, how would it fit into the Bachelor programming lineup? Well, there is some good news. The seniors-only edition of The Bachelor is still a go because after countless hours of focus group testing, the Bachelor people found that the number one thing the public wants in a television show is
going at it hard, old people style.
But obviously, things are quite complicated when it comes to producing any kind of TV show right now, especially new programming, and especially programming involving at-risk age groups during a pandemic. That being said, the show does have plans to continue on, and has even started the casting process, with ABC exec Robert Mills saying in a recent interview that they've already found some people with incredible stories, including one woman who had claimed that she had slept with a former president of the United States. Unfortunately, Stormy was too young to be on the show. And in this casting interview, we also got a look into what a 60-plus season would actually look like, with Mills commenting, "Some of the casting interviews we got, they were just so touching. It's such a different way of doing The Bachelor because these people are at a totally different place in their lives. There is an interesting thing about people who have hit the other end of the spectrum, who've lived their lives. They've raised their kids, some have been widowed or divorced, and maybe some have never been in love." He also commented that with many of the potential contestants having been previously married, it's going to change the way hometowns work. Obviously, instead of meeting your partner's parents, they'd potentially be getting to know the other person's kids or even grandkids. Fantasy suites, on the other hand, they'll be encouraged to do whatever feels natural, just as long as they're safe.
Does anyone know what we risk when we have unprotected sex?
Heart attack.
Falling in love.
Partner dies on top of you.
Now, with the show having actually engaged in the process of casting, even if this initial step was taken before the show got delayed, where do things stand with starting production, filming, and the eventual airing of a season? Well, that is still a long ways away. This year is already jam-packed with Bachelor franchise content, pretty much right from Katie's season all the way till March of next year. But according to production, that time slot right after The Bachelor 2022 looks to fit perfectly with their schedule. Now, you might remember that last year at that time, in between Peter's season of The Bachelor and what would have been Claire Crawley's season in May, they were airing The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart. Now, The Bachelor Seniors Looking for Love is being eyed as a replacement for that airing slot, with Robert Mills saying they're planning to treat the Bachelor franchise not unlike the way a Marvel or Star Wars franchise is treated, with the aim being to keep people talking about the show even when it's in off-season. So, on top of shows like Seniors Looking for Love and Bachelor Summer Games, the franchise is looking to mirror the hits of streaming services like Disney Plus with their own versions of popular shows, like a Mandalorian clone starring Wells Adams on his journey to return Yuki to the franchise, or this WandaVision clone called BarbVision, where Barb takes over a town and brainwashes everyone into thinking Peter was the best bachelor ever.
Don't let her go. Don't let her go.
If you won't let us go, just let us die.
ABC executives say these are a work in progress. But shows like Seniors Looking for Love or Bachelor Summer Games are an attempt to expand the franchise's reach and potentially give us something Bachelor related to talk about year-round. Not to mention that through this past year, Bachelor programming and programming just like it have proven to be extremely valuable to networks as they are 1. Popular, 2. Relatively cheap to produce, and 3. Can be done in a bubble if need be. Execs are also considering a different angle for the Seniors show and other spin-offs, as according to a recent interview, they also might be presenting these shows, and specifically the Seniors Bachelor, streamed on Hulu, with Robert Mills saying, "Hulu is an exciting possibility. You can certainly experiment with all sorts of different long-form Bachelor programming. You're not hamstrung by running time or even standards. It's definitely exciting. I think it's early, but it's certainly not something that we're not thinking of." So, if you were excited when the Bachelor Senior show was first announced, it looks like it's something we will be seeing for sure at some point, even if it's on Hulu instead of network TV. But I don't expect we'll be getting to see it this year. And hopefully those wonderful stories that they were mentioning during that initial casting are representative of wonderful people and a direction for the show that involves, well, something other than problematic grandpas.
Can we see the condom demonstration again? Because I don't know where Lou has been.
Well,
Because I personally believe this show could be amazing as long as it focuses on actual romance, true connections, and real people just trying to find love who happen to be in their 60s. As long as the show sticks to that, it could be wonderful TV. But let's be real, this is The Bachelor. We're getting those problematic grandpas. So that's it for this video on updates for The Bachelor Seniors Edition. Were you one of those people looking forward to the Seniors Edition of the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and what you'd like to see in the season. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and give it a like as we continue on into Bachelor off-season. And of course, if there's any Bachelorette news or previews, I'll be on that as well. So until next time, Bachelor Fantake, out.
In fact, many cultures revere old people because of their storytelling ability, like the old lady from Titanic, or the funny things that they can do, like Where's the Beef?